Yo, so what's going on, boys and girls? It is Pwn, and this is one of those gameplays where you're playing, you're not doing so hot, you're trying to do something with a weapon that you're not comfortable with, you realize you guys are seriously getting pooped on, and you decide that you need to return the favor by returning the poop. I don't know, but it's like, it's one of those games where you're using a decent gun, things are like meh, and basically all the worst things are happening to you guys. You're playing against a bunch of skilled players, then all of a sudden you've got to put on your try-hard panties, even though they may not fit you anymore because you went up 2 sizes, fat ass. But okay, I don't want to talk about that right now. But anyways, I want to tell you guys about something. Now, this is basically apparently another one of those nights where I want to tell you guys about some awkward sexual experiences I had. So, kiddies that are listening, make sure you put your earmuffs on. Yeah, so tonight was one of them, you know, and this is different, you know. My wife kind of like does weird shit when she sleeps, and you guys like, oh my god, what are you talking about? She like makes phone calls, crank calls or some shit? Like, no, it's like she does the simple things, you know, the ones you're used to. You know, she talks in her sleep. But she like recites things from her day. She'll like I'll be laying next to her, you know, randomly watching X-Files or some shit on Netflix, and she'll be like, "No, Timothy, put that pencil down," and I'm like, "Oh my fuck." And so she like I guess recites things that happened in her day. So basically, if I don't even bother asking my wife like, "What did you do today, honey?" Because I'm gonna get that shit when I go to bed anyways. So it's like, you know, she does weird things. She talks in her sleep. She grinds her teeth sometimes, and you know, that's the usual one. Sometimes she kind of like is awake but doesn't know she's awake. Now that's the one that kind of freaks me out sometimes. Like, we'll have sex sometimes, and the next day, and she'll be like, "Did we fuck last night?" And I'll be like, "No," just in case it was bad, you know, you just gotta save ass. So it's like, you know, it's one of the random moments in today where, you know, she wakes me up, you know, I'm asleep, and she wakes me up by, you know, grooming me. And I'm like, okay, what's going on? I'm like, all right, I guess I can do this a little bit, I guess. And then, you know, we're into it, having fun, we're midway through, and then all of a sudden she wakes up. And I'm like, whoa, shit! And she's like, what's going on? And I'm like, honey, we're kind of, you know, coitus, what's up? And she's like, and she forgets all about it after, and then she wakes me up like 2 hours later, and she's like, did we have sex last night? And you see, that's kind of awkward, like, and you'd want her to remember, right? You'd be like, yeah, honey, we kind of did it. I'm glad it was that important for you to remember. But apparently there's things that she'd like to make sure that she forgets about. So apparently the Ducky Schwag is not keeping up to par lately, but it's just one of those things where she forgets a lot of things. I mean, when she's tired, she forgets fucking everything. She forgets everything. So maybe I just need to take advantage of her more when she's tired. You know, let's make a game plan out of this. Let's use it to our advantage. And I started thinking about that. I think that's just one random embarrassing thing. I mean, when your wife kind of like asks, why did you start sleeping with me, kind of thing, you know, like, where did that come from? And she wakes up, you know, in mid-intercourse, and I'm like, holy shit. Kind of scares me a little bit, because, like, she's been willingly participating, and I'm like, I'm not tossing you around making you do everything, honey. So it's kind of weird, kind of awkward. I know it's an embarrassing story, but when your wife wakes up mid-sex, there's probably something wrong. And it wasn't like I was just trying to squeeze one in either, guys, so don't do that. But since we're on the topic of embarrassing sex stories, I think there's one I never told you guys before. And this one was unique, and I may have told you guys, and if not, some of you guys may not have heard of it. You gays may love it. But it was you know, it was with my ex a long time ago. Same one that I had the red eye story. If you guys know the red eye story, this is the same fucking bitch. And I feel sorry for anyone that ever gets close to this girl, even bumps hands with this bitch. They're just gonna be in pain. So when I was younger, I mean, this is well before Amanda, and you know, I don't feel comfortable telling you this story, but it's YouTube, so I can fucking do it anyways. But, you know, we were laying down, fooling around in the front room, you know, our dad's in the back room working. He works from home or whatever, and he's back there on the computer, and you know, teenagers, we don't give a fuck what happens. Whenever it's the move, you'll do it on the fucking, you know, Hubble telescope. It doesn't even matter. And I guess we were fooling around, and her father comes out and catches us. And we're like underneath the blanket, and I roll the fuck over, and I just take the whole damn blanket, leaving her exposed. And she didn't know what to do, and I didn't either. I stood there, and I laid on my back, and I'm like, please don't have a shotgun, please don't have a shotgun, please don't have a shotgun. And luckily enough, he did not have a shotgun, thank God. But, you know, it's never cool when you get caught fooling around with somebody's daughter, and, you know, he's one of those fathers that was like, my daughter would never, ever do anything like that. But the cool thing about this guy is I was his Halo 3 buddy. Like, whenever I wasn't hanging out with her or something, he would call me over to come play Halo. Like, we were like best friends. She would get pissed off at him, like, it's my boyfriend, quit stealing him away from me. And, you know, we'd sit there and play some Slayer or whatever. So he was like a cool, down-to-earth guy. I mean, he was really creepy, like pedophile, weird, fucking... I'd never let him around my friends or anything like that. I mean, like, creepy. But he played video games, so it's a cool fucking father to me. So whatever. We'll look past his sexual aggressiveness. But, so I'm sitting there, and I don't know what to do. So I just lay rolled over. I'm by the door. I'm like, should I run for it? I don't know what to do. I'm exposed. I'm laying there. And I'm like, all right, you know what? Let's go with it. And he comes out, and I just sit there, and I'm like petrified. I don't know what to do. And I just kind of waited it out. I'm like, what happened? So he left, and I don't move. I'm just reacting there, and I'm like, I don't know what to do in this situation. I'm panicked. And he comes back out just a little bit later with a squirt gun. Like one of those little 50-cent water pistols. One of the see-through ones that has the little plastic. You know what I'm talking about, guys. The really shitty ones that you got to squirt 9 times just to get it to squirt for the first time. You sit there, and you're just dry shooting forever. And it's what he does. He comes out, and he goes, get up, get up, get up. And he just squirts me with a squirt gun, which was quite embarrassing, actually. I would have much rather liked to tell the story about getting shotgunned or something, but it was extremely unusual to be squirt gunned by my ex's father. Not many people could say that. And it probably just made me that much more uncomfortable because I was partially naked and another man squirted me with his water pistol. Yeah, I mean, take that any way you want, but it was extremely unusual. It's one of my embarrassing sexual stories. And don't judge me. You know, leave yours down in the comments below. Let me know if you guys have had any crazy, quirky, unusual things that you probably would not like to tell or talk about, but it's YouTube, so no one in your real existing life will ever know about it. So go ahead and embarrass yourself. Go on. But that's one of the stories you guys know about, the red eye one. Hopefully I haven't told you that one before, but you know, it's just something else, a filler I could tell you guys about. But anyways, and I know it's kind of weird. She's probably not going to appreciate us talking about our sex life, but probably she was sleepy when she watches this. Hopefully she's sleepy when she watches this. She won't remember it, so it's okay. And, you know, so that was my night, and hopefully you guys have a great one too. It'll be probably afternoon when you watch this, and, but anyways, those are my couple embarrassing stories, and I wish you guys all the success and wonderful consciousness intercourse that you can, partake in, and, yeah, that's about where we end, guys. I don't want to upload this, I'm scared, but, don't get out your water pistols. But anyways, thanks for watching, guys. Remember to rate the video. Check it out. So down below is my Facebook, Twitter. If you want to follow me, it's always cool to come and chat up with your boy. So that's about it, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed where I whop and swapped out and got the G36C done.